The Reserve Bank Board will hold its August cash rate meeting tomorrow, and most economists expect rates to rise by 0.5%. Joining me now live is business reporter Edward Boyd. Ed, good morning. Money markets have also reduced their expectations for where the cash rate will peak next year, and it's now expected to reach 3%. Is that right?
That's right. So previously, money markets were expecting Australia's cash rate to jump up to 4.5% next year before starting to come back down again in 2024. However, there's a few things that have changed in the economy recently which has made them trim their expectations for where the cash rate will peak. And the big one has been the US Federal Reserve. They lifted their interest rates last week to 2.5%. And the chairman of the US Fed, Jerome Powell, basically said he thinks the cash rate in America is now at the right level. So he's not expecting to lift the cash rate too much more than what it already is at 2.5%. So what that means for Australia is our cash rate probably doesn't need to go up to 4.5% anymore. So there's been a pretty big shift in money markets over the last couple of weeks. And now the expectation is the cash rate will rise to 3% next year. So we've got the board meeting tomorrow from the Reserve Bank. Everyone expects, pretty much every economist believes there'll be a 50 basis point rise tomorrow. There's a couple that think it could be 75 basis points, but I think that's unlikely. So we'll see the cash rate go up by 0.5% tomorrow to 1.85%. And it's going to keep rising for the rest of this year, Danica, before probably getting to around that 3% point by about the second or the third month of next year.
Yeah, that's certainly the expectation, Ed. On another matter, Wall Street markets have just posted their biggest monthly percentage gains since November 2020. How is the local market looking today?
Local markets started pretty strongly this morning, but it's pared back a little bit. It's up about 0.1% in early trade. So it's a bit of a flat day for the ASX 200. But the ASX had a good month of July, and this is how US markets went in July. It was a really good month for US stocks, particularly NASDAQ. That's the bottom one there, up about 12%. Those are tech stocks. S&P 500 as well, up about 9%. So it was a tough start to the year for share markets all over the world. Commodity prices really went up due to the war in Ukraine. There has been supply issues, inflation, lots of things that have been damaging for company businesses, and their share prices have suffered. However, it started to turn a bit of a corner in July. We've seen share markets start to really pick up again. The ASX 200 was up about 6% in July, and it started off August. It's up in early trade. It's up about 0.1%. But I think we'll start to see, hopefully, a bit of a comeback from Aussie shares over the next couple of weeks as well.
Ed Boyd, thank you for the update.
Thanks, Danica.